Patriots. Today is a terrific Tuesday, April 20th.
Math testing continues today. Make sure that you are walking quietly and respectfully in the halls as your fellow Patriots are working hard to show all their amazing knowledge.
Today is Traveling Tuesday. Miss Greco is going out, seeing the world. Can you guess where she is this week? Check it out.
Hey Patriots, Miss Greco here for another episode of Where in the World is Miss Greco? So last week I gave you some easy clues, but a tough country to figure out. So if you guessed that I was in the country of Turkey, you are 100% correct. So I'm hoping that maybe my clue about it being a bridge country was the clue that helped you out the most, since this would be very unique and only apply to a very small amount of countries. So for this week, I am traveling to the mountainous country in Africa. So we are on our way to the continent of Africa, as you can see behind me. So a couple of very interesting facts that I learned while researching my location. So the first one is that one of the cool things that you can see when you travel to parts of this country is something called climbing goats. Yeah, you heard that correctly, Patriots. They have goats that climb these Aragon trees. And the reason they climb them is because they're trying to get the fruit off of the trees before people harvest it. So when you travel to these locations, you see these trees, and standing on all the branches of the trees are goats. How crazy would that be able to be to see? Another thing that I found very interesting is one of the most popular tourist attractions in this country is for people to take an expedition to the Sahara Desert. So the Sahara Desert is one of our natural wonders of the world. And a lot of people, when they travel to this location, that's one of the things that they do. And they might take a dromedary camel out to go see the Sahara Desert. Another interesting fact that I found out about my location that I want to share with you is that mint tea is considered to be the national drink of this country. So mint tea is not only popular in this country, but tea in general is a common drink that many of them consume. And so it's really popular in this country to have tea. Another interesting fact that I found out is that at one time, this country had tons of elephants and lions, and actually the lion is considered to be the national animal for the country. But sadly, no more do those animals roam in this country. Instead, what's now most common are animals like camels, sheep, goats, and wild boar. And part of the reason why elephants and lions no longer roam is because due to the dry environment and the lack of rain, they really struggled to find water sources and needed to migrate to other locations where they had a better chance at finding the resources that they needed for survival. So how interesting that animals in countries will adapt due to the environment. And so something you might have seen a couple hundred years ago is no longer. And then the last thing that I found is so interesting about the culture and the country is what they do for weddings. So a wedding here in the United States usually takes place on one day, and it's usually maybe during the day or in an evening, and that's the whole thing. Well, in this country, weddings can last up to 3 days because each day is a different type of celebration. And on top of that, because they celebrate over so many days of partying and having fun and celebrating, that a lot of times the brides will often change their dresses 4 to 7 times throughout all of these events to celebrate their wedding. And each dress that they are selecting is a dress that represents a different culture and a different region within this country. So how interesting is that? So they're not just wearing new dresses because they want to wear something new and different. It has a cultural significance. So I think that's really interesting. And I know that there's probably people out there who maybe would be familiar with attending these types of weddings. And I know my sister has experienced these types of weddings, and they are definitely something fantastic to see. So I really hope, Patriots, that you can figure out using these clues where I'm located. So let's recap all my clues and hints for you. The first one is I'm in a mountainous country in Africa, in the continent of Africa. One of the cool things that you can see when you come to this country is you can see goats who sit on top of Aragon trees in order to eat the fruit. When visiting this country, it's very common for people to take a camel ride out to the Sahara Desert in order to experience what the Sahara Desert is like. This country once had elephants and lions, and the lion is the national animal, but no longer have them. And so now they have mostly camels, sheep, goats, and wild boar. Mint tea is considered to be the national drink, and weddings in this country last about 3 days, and a bride will change her outfit or her dress anywhere between 4 to 7 times for those dresses to represent different cultures and regions within the country. So I hope that I gave you a clue that you can use, and you send me your guesses because I love finding out where you think I am. Don't forget, if you have an idea of where you would like me to travel, let me know. A good way to figure out where you think I should travel is to check out the map that I update near the cafeteria to see where I've already traveled and maybe some areas that I haven't traveled yet. So let me know, and I look forward to seeing you around, Patriots. Have a fantastic day.
Mrs. Greco still has a lot of more places to see around the world. Where would you like to see her go? If you see her in the halls, give her some ideas.
Let's talk birthdays. Well, never mind, let's not. There are no birthdays today. Check back tomorrow.
In lunch news today, we're having PB&J sandwich, French market combo, game day nachos with taco meat, cheese sauce, and tortilla chips. Vegetable and fruit choices are Popeye side salad, black beans, fresh grapes, applesauce, or juice.
We haven't checked in on what Patriots have been doing in a while. Even though there has been a lot of testing going on, there is a lot of fun learning going on, and new little fuzzy Patriots. Check it out.
Mr. Sun came up and he smiled at me. Said it's gonna be a good one, just wait and see. Jumped out of bed and I ran outside, feeling so extra ecstatified. It's the best day ever. It's the best day ever. I'm so busy, got nothing to do. Spent the last 2 hours just tying my shoe. Every flower, every grain of sand is reaching out to shake my hand. It's the best day ever. It's the best day ever. Sometimes the little things start closing in on me. When I'm feeling down, I wanna lose that frown. I stick my head out the window and I look around. Those clouds don't scare me, they can't disguise this magic that's happening right before my eyes. Soon Mr. Moon will be shining bright, so the best day ever can last all night. Yeah, the best day ever's gonna last all night now. It's the best day ever. It's the best day ever.
Well, that wraps up the news show for today, Patriots. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Have a terrific Tuesday.
Remember,
We are living the questions.
In person and virtually. Bye.